You know what? It was this Apaches here in the Southwest that was the last. And you know what makes my grandfather the greatest? He's not greater than any of those other mighty, intelligent chiefs and leaders of those other tribes. But what gives him the most recognition was that he was a rogue. He was the last to stand for what he believed. His belief was, you don't want to live with us and you don't want us living with you, then there is a problem. He tried the reservation life 3 times. And each time he left, it was because of an incident that was wronged. He was wronged. And so for that, he took revenge and fought. But he was hunted by the United States Army. On the United States side, he was hunted and fought by the Mexicans, and they even had a bounty on pesos for these scalps. The Indians didn't start the scalping. It was the Mexicans and their bounties on the men, women, and children that started that. Life had become unlivable. He didn't want to be hunted. He just wanted to find somewhere that he and his followers could survive and be left alone to live as they once lived. But everything had shrunk. And again, like what made him famous today and the most of all of everyone else is because with his surrender, all of the Indian Wars, which started in 1492 on the invasion of the Europeans, from that point to his surrender, ended all of the Indian war campaign. They said, we're done. Even though we know history doesn't talk about this, there were a few stragglers. Even after his surrender, they were called Broncos. The Mexicans know about them down in Mexico. But they finally melted into the communities with the Mexicans and granted peace. But that's why Geronimo is such a legend, is because he was and is the last holdout on trying to keep his freedom for himself and his people.